Good afternoon. Welcome to Deep Thoughts While Driving. Me, myself, and I here as per the norm. It is not Thursday, it is Friday. Yesterday being Thursday was my Monday, beginning of my work week, first day back after my holidays, and I didn't really have much to say, so I didn't make a video log. But now that it's Friday and I've had time to think about it, I'm going to make a video log. So the thought for the drive to work is just a post-holiday update. So, my holidays, the way I booked it, I ended up with 10 days off. I get 3 days off, then I work 4 days, then I get 3 days off and work 4 days. You get the cycle. So by booking the 4 days off that I work, I get 10 days off. I'm doing the same thing again in August. So I green light, get myself the most time off with the least impact on the paycheck. So yeah, my holidays. So for the first 3-4 days, all I did was sit around the house and relax, chill, take it easy. Basically got stuff ready for camping and all that kind of stuff. The wife worked on, was it Thursday? Friday. She worked on Friday. She got off at 5. I picked her up. The truck was loaded. We forgot something. We had to go back home, pick it up. What the heck did we forget? It was important. Can't remember. Anyhow, we, dude, 35? Seriously. Slow drivers. So, we went out to the lake. We got one of those, I drive a truck. So we got one of those tents that turns the box of the truck into a tent. We were already warned that it was pretty wet out there. So we spent the hour and a bit to get to the campgrounds at the lake. And I already had to deal with the wife that basically she gets to piss off, leave me alone, and I get to figure out how to set the tent up. Now, I know she can figure this stuff out on her own, but I want to know how to do it on my own. So the wife's aunt comes over and she's like, "You want a hand?" I'm like, "I don't really need a hand, but I'm 5'3", and the aunt's about 5'7", 5'8". So, a little short at this time. Like, sure, okay. So, the wife comes right by, she's like, "What? Auntie can help you, but I'm not allowed to?" We'll see. Auntie's following my instructions, and we're figuring it out together. Whereas you take over, you do it all on your own, and you tell me what to do. So it's like, okay, point taken. I don't know, we're figuring it out on our own. Green light, green means go. Go. Oh, you could wait for them to move. All right, never mind. So we get the tent set up. The wife, helps a little bit. Get the air mattress set up and all the bedding and everything, Son's already gone. Off the grandparents and aunts and uncles and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, had a good evening. Tried our hand at fishing off the dock a couple times. Wasn't very successful. Had dinner because the grandparents actually waited to have dinner for us to get there. And they're like, "You got enough set up to stop and have dinner?" "Oh, yeah, well, we got the most of it. Good enough." Which was pretty cool of them. Squeezing through, Jesus. Anyhow, so, long story short, Saturday sucked. It rained off and on, more on than off. Thought I was getting webbed feet. Yeah. The weekend went pretty good. Tried some fishing off the dock a few times, never caught anything. During one of the actual dry-ish sunny breaks during Saturday, the grandparents bought the auntie's, the daughter, so the niece's kayak off of her, the old one, and basically bought her a new one and got the old one in trade. So the old kayak for the niece went to my son, and borrowed another auntie's kayak and the niece's new kayak. So me, the wife, and the son all went out kayaking. Now, it was the third or fourth, probably about the fourth or fifth time my son was on a kayak. Probably about the third one, maybe the third time I was on a kayak in my life. First time my wife was ever in a real kayak. She tried an inflatable one before. So it was inflatable. To me, that doesn't actually count. So we actually had a great time. Lots of fun. My wife finally agreed that, okay, we need to get ourselves a couple of these because these would be a really good investment in our fun and enjoyment. It's not a necessary expense, but definitely a very worthwhile expense. And as I explained to her, it's not really an expense we need right now, but it's an investment in our enjoyment and our fun. Because once we own one for myself and my wife, so we have two, all we gotta do is stop at grandma's, we can grab our sons on a day off, and we can go to the lake and just paddle around any lake, just for fun. Go have some fun and just chill and relax. You don't even have to be an overly big lake. There's a few lakes around that aren't too far out, maybe an hour and a half from our house. St. Mary's, Grizzly, Wanza Lake, Francis Lake. Now Francis Lake, it kind of sucks. Nobody really uses it because it was used as a party lake, so the beach is basically half glass. Broken glass. Yeah, it's just nasty. But nothing's stopping you from kayaking around it. We have no idea if there's any fish there, so fish while you're in the kayak a little bit. The lake we were at, 10 Mile Lake, was pretty substantial, so I wasn't really all that comfortable with trying to fish from a kayak with pretty decent sized waves slopping us around from people in boats. So we'll see. My fishing license is good for a year, so. But if we get kayaks, we could go wherever. If we got adventurous, we could go and try the river or whatever, or a river. Probably a slow, easy river to start off with, kind of thing. But I mean, we could have lots of fun in these things. The one my son is using, is his. It's a kid kayak. It's virtually, I don't want to say impossible to dump, but I mean, like, it's really hard to dump. And the ones for the adults, I mean, you can shift pretty good, and you're not going to dump unless you're deliberately trying to do it. So I think we could have a lot of fun with them. My wife saw the merit in them, so we might actually pick up a couple. As I take a look at this guy going through the four-way stop when it's his turn, and he's got a kayak strapped to his roof going, I want one. And my wife pointed out something very interesting. If we take her car, which is really good on gas, she's got a roof rack, so we could strap down the adult kayaks to the roof, lay down the one seat, and put our sons in the back seat, and we can go out somewhere for the day. Really? I think I got somebody converted. I would like to do it. I think it'd be great. It'd be lots of fun, and it's something we will own unless we bust them up. We'll own them for the rest of our lives. Really. So, I mean, seriously, it's an investment in your enjoyment, in your playtime. And we just got to find some time off together to go. Or there's a couple of lakes that we can go to that our friends go camping at. We can go visit them and throw the kayaks in the water and splash around for a couple hours in the sun. Have some fun, Why not? I think it'd be great. So other than the kayaking, my wife went out in the boat. I actually never went out on the boat. My son went out in the boat, I think twice. I never got on a boat this weekend. Not once. It's kind of surprising. I usually do. Oh well, whatever. So, Saturday sucked because it was a sluggy mud fest. But all in all, it was good. Sunday we, packed up. We found dry ground. It was under my truck. Only patch of dry ground. And it wasn't that dry. It just wasn't totally mud. So, yeah. What is with all the vehicles? Where on earth am I going to park? We've got too many vehicles around here. Someone's got the one van out. Get my back in. Alright, anyhow. It was a good weekend overall. So I'm at work. That's it. That's all. Take it easy. Have a good one. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Later.